It will be 10 years since we received the official news from Disney Lucasfilm that the Star Wars Expanded Universe was discontinued, was decanonized. So Disney now owned the Lucasfilm property. They had their own agenda, their own vision for Star Wars overall, their own plans, obviously new leadership. And one of the first items on their agenda was to discontinue the expanded universe, everything pre 2014, and basically cancel it out entirely. So, video games, novels, comics were in development, or that were in development, were canceled overall, and ongoing storylines were rushed to be finished. Specifically in the comics, it was really obvious, but everything else as well, which then frustratingly led to some loose ends not being tied in terms of important storylines and plot points. So, literally, decades worth of material was brushed aside. The Lucas era expanded universe spanned decades, existing since the very beginning of the original trilogy all the way through 2014, from Alan Dean Foster's novel to the fun filled Marvel Comics run. And it emerged once again in 1991 and became what the expanded universe, now Legends, is today, due to Dark Empire and Thrawn trilogy. And that solidified, I would say, its place in sci fi literature overall. So, because of all that and more, this decision was devastating. It was really heartbreaking. So, the expanded universe essentially became so amazing, in my opinion, that it outgrew the six films in terms of character development, plot points, filled gaps between movies. We were introduced to amazing lore taking place thousands of years prior to A New Hope, as well as hundreds of years post Return of the Jedi. We met new villains, saw the first double bladed lightsaber in the comics, ancient Sith lore, the formation of space lanes and hyperspace, stories of fallen Jedi, fallen heroes, redemption, heartbreak, stories of betrayal. Now, movie characters became prominent in, for example, Wedge. He was an important part of the movies, but his characterization was really, really fleshed out, and a lot more than in the movies, and touched us emotionally. So we were invested. We invested countless hours, money, and emotion. So these timelines, the timelines we celebrate, is now branded as Legends. That's what Disney now has the pre 2014 era as Legends. So these 10 years have not brought us an official continuation, even though many of us remain hopeful. You never know, maybe one day. However, all this lore in Star Wars Legends can still be enjoyed. Uh, the amazing thing is that the fandom within Legends Expanded Universe remains really, really strong, and it's grown in these 10 years. It didn't fade out. And with these 10 years, many, many new Expanded Universe fans have entered the fandom of this amazing timeline, discovering so many amazing storylines. The Expanded Universe continues to be enjoyed and even studied overall. People continue to invest and purchase the reprints in form of epic collections, omnibuses, essential legends collections, and out-of-print copies of expanded universe material has sold out and continues to sell for astronomical prices. So there's a high demand. That's the point. A high demand and love for legends content. So 10 years later, we have a lifetime of Star Wars lore that we can enjoy. New fans continue to discover legends, bringing satisfying storylines to characters that are loved, as well as discover a new, huge world filled with amazing mythology. The continuity, which is something that I personally love, as many fans do, the cohesive storyline within the Legends timeline, we get to invest emotion to these characters we fell in love with, bringing suspense, enjoy the at times wackiness of some of the stories, which is fun, and even tears from intense moments and tragedies, since we have, as mentioned, invested emotionally and gotten attached to so many new characters apart from the movies. So really, once again, the expanded universe outgrew Star Wars expanded universe outgrew the actual 6 movies. It really is quite the ride when you think about it, reading this material and um, reading about these amazing characters. So these videos that I'll be uh, providing and sharing are not out of disappointment or anger nor any type of negativity, but will concentrate on the appreciation that we have, the appreciation and the excitement that we share with reading and rereading different uh, storylines such as comics, Shadows of the Empire, for example, or the 19-book series New Jedi Order, which in my opinion is one of my favorite forms of all fiction. And reading about characters that we love from the movies and seeing their adventures and reading about um, stories that fill in the gaps, like Shadows of the Empire did it so amazingly. So, and that's just one example of hundreds and hundreds of why we can enjoy Legends. So we have a lifetime of expanded universe content to enjoy.